and we welcome you guys here. It's Ty Walker Show, episode number 3. It's the day before the draft. It's Wednesday, April 26th, and we welcome you here to today's show. As let's go ahead and get started here. We have a full panel here today with Trev Prods and underrated prods. As let's go ahead and get into our top headlines for today. The Bengals exercise their fifth-year option on quarterback Joe Burrow. The Vikings also exercised their fifth-year option on wide receiver Justin Jefferson. The Kansas City Chiefs re-signed punter Tommy Townsend, and the Kansas City Royals have sent infielder Nick Eaton to the minors. As let's go ahead and get into today's topic. As our first topic of the day, we'll be talking about De'Aaron Fox. As we talked about this yesterday. Trev Productions was on with me yesterday when we're talking about De'Aaron Fox. And when we're talking about this, people were out here saying that he was listed as doubtful to play versus Golden State. Well, now De'Aaron Fox has spoken out, and now it's a different story now. As it looks like Fox, according to him, he will play. No ifs, no ands, no buts, even with a broken finger on his shooting hand, as he's only one of now 4 players to do this. Most notably, Kobe Bryant and Stephen Curry. As Kobe Bryant injured it twice, he had it injured and then injured it the prior season, and Kobe played a whole entire season with this on. But it's a completely different story here. Is De'Aaron Fox is on his shooting finger, one of his shooting fingers, so this could affect it. What do you guys think about this? About De'Aaron Fox saying he's gonna play, even with this injury, with his left index finger, with it being broken?
Well, F.
Oh, F?
Um,
Is that your reaction? Is that your reaction to it?
yeah. Funny thing, I just saw that like 30 minutes ago as well, and I was like, "Oh my god, bro, we're already down in this series. We don't have." But no, we're tied. Joe,
Yeah,
Joe,
we
we're tied.
tied. We tied.
Yeah, yeah, we're tied. Um, and then, I mean, I mean, we were down. Kind of like the whole series. Yeah. So Daniel Fox playing is not going to be good, but
Underrated. What do you thought? What do you got to say about this?
I mean, De'Aaron Fox is some tough guy to come back with a broken finger and start playing, try to get Sacramento to pull away and take that. And this series is very contested, so whatever happens now that he's back is going to be pretty crazy.
Well, De'Aaron Fox obviously voted NBA's most clutch player of the year. He did break it in the middle of the fourth quarter with 4:35 left as Kevon Looney, the center of the Golden State Warriors, swiped right at the shooting hand of De'Aaron Fox and hit him right in the finger and broke the index finger. He did go on to score 7 more points, so he did stay in the game in Game 4, but it resulted also in a Golden State win. Let's go ahead and move on as the Chiefs and under some people that were interested in Derrick Henry. What? Well, looking at this, I want to shout out. How about those Chiefs on YouTube for this, putting this out there that the Chiefs are interested in running back Derrick Henry? I just want to say, hold up. I'm confused. Don't we have Isaiah Pacheco? We still have Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the roster, and we're interested in Derrick Henry. I know he's one of the best running backs in the NFL, but what do you guys have to think about this?
okay. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know why. How about those Chiefs ends up in my For You page like every single day? Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like I never saw the video yet, but weren't the Chiefs interested in DeAndre Hopkins? What happened to that? Is that just
Well,
not
they
gonna?
still are. They are still interested in DeAndre Hopkins. We'll get to that into the next segment as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, they're trying to get 2 ideal players here that are kind of aging. I mean, I wouldn't think of that as a long-term, interest. If they were interested in Derrick Henry, it'd probably be like a 2-3 year contract. I don't think he has much more steam left in that train.
But I mean, just looking at this, imagine the Chiefs running back core. You have two heavy hitters in Pacheco and Henry. That would be pretty scary.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of what Trev was bringing up about DeAndre Hopkins, according to the Pat McAfee show, DeAndre Hopkins, a trade can happen anywhere before the draft. And there's also rumors going around if the Arizona Cardinals cannot find a landing spot for DeAndre Hopkins could get cut from the Arizona Cardinals. And there's three teams right now interested in Hopkins, and that is number one, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, and surprisingly, the New Orleans Saints. What do you guys think about that?
From what I heard, from what I've been reading lately, I saw that the Giants had a little interest in him. I'm not sure if that's still going on, but if they did, that would be pretty good for the Giants. Now that they got Darren Waller and D Hop, that would be a pretty good receiving core.
Yeah, it would be. They do need receiving help badly. Trev, what do you got?
Okay, so I actually have a funny story. So right before free agency was starting, right when the negotiation window opened, I was on Twitter, okay, and I was looking. Then I saw this fake report saying DeAndre Hopkins traded to the Giants. Then I'm like, damn, because it was a fake Ian Rappaport account, but he had the blue checkmark and everything, so I believed it. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But then, like 20 minutes later, I found out that what it didn't really happen. But yeah, I think the Chiefs are gonna get DeAndre Hopkins. That's just me, though.
That would be crazy. I mean, to have Scantling, Patrick Mahomes, D Hop, and maybe even Derrick Henry, that would
And
just
could
be
and also add in Kadarius Tony, Sky Moore, and
yeah,
Kelsey.
yeah,
Boy,
that would be the best offense most likely
yeah.
for next
Wait,
year.
am I about to say something?
Yeah,
Okay, so I know. Okay, as a Jags fan, I don't want DeAndre Hopkins. Obviously, I don't want him. I just don't want him. But who remembers in the middle of the season when DeAndre Hopkins said that he wants to play for either the Jags or the Chargers? I'm just bringing that up. I don't want it to happen. I'm just bringing that up.
D
Like
Hop
it
well,
was
going to the
a funny moment.
D Hop going to the Chargers would just boost that receiving core even more. I mean, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and D Hop.
Hey yo, why are you talking about the
it
Chargers? The Jags are better. What are you talking about?
Well,
Boom,
it
we take that.
the
We take
Chargers.
another.
Hey, just to point out for the Chargers, it would help very good because obviously both Keenan Allen and Mike Williams have been injury prone the last few years. So if you were to go to the Chargers, it wouldn't be too bad of a move with how injury
Yeah, but
prone
he's
Keenan
been
and Mike
he's
Williams
been a
have.
little injury prone as well though. But I mean, hopefully he makes a comeback this year.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. And we saw yesterday that a couple of fifth-year options were put out yesterday, and they're both all-star players. One of those being Joe Burrow, as we pretty much expect here in the next coming days that there will be a mega contract signed for Joe Burrow from Cincinnati, and also a fifth-year option given to Justin Jefferson. So what do you guys think about those? At least going to stick around for another year.
I mean, for Joe Burrow's perspective, I saw that coming from long ago. I mean, that offense is very good, especially now that Joe Burrow's committed and in there for a few more years. And then the Justin Jefferson thing, if they don't get him the signs, someone could get a real weapon very soon.
Yeah, well, they at least got him for another year. We'll have to see if the Minnesota Vikings are able to afford him to give him a mega contract. I'm pretty sure they will, but they are also in trade talks to get Trey Lance. So if Trey Lance were to come to Minnesota and they do give Justin Jefferson a long-term contract, a big target sitting there for Trey Lance
Yeah,
for
I
if he
mean
comes to Minnesota.
now that Kirk Cousins is getting old and stuff, it wouldn't be a horrible idea for Trey Lance to go over there.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean, And on the Cincinnati side, it's kind of going to be the opposite way because whenever they give Burrow all this money, because I think we all know, all of us sitting here, all of us, Burrow's going to want a lot of money. And
Mm-hmm.
you look at the receiving core, okay? They have Jamar Chase, T.
Yeah.
Higgins, and
Tyler.
And Tyler
Tyler
Boyd.
Boyd. And
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd, okay? They're
Uh-huh.
not going to be able to afford all three players. And obviously, we've already heard that there's trade rumors about T. Higgins. So, as there could be a new quarterback potentially in Minnesota, Joe Burrow potentially might be losing one of his good receivers.
I mean, when you sign big contracts like that, I mean, you get rewarded a ton of money, but in the process, you're gonna lose a lot of stuff, and that's one of the things that he might be losing.
Yeah. Well, next up, we got our NFL draft preview. Obviously, tomorrow will be the draft. And, well, what's a better way to get ready for the draft as we get another prospect of the day? My prospect of the day today is CJ Stroud, quarterback out of Ohio State. Very, very good out of Ohio State. He did have a lot of weapons, though, Marvin Harrison and Jackson Smith and Jigba, but a very, very good quarterback. I think he'll be a potential long-term starter for wherever he goes to. In my mock draft, I have him going number one overall to the Carolina Panthers, as he'll be a good pickup for whoever takes him. Since I have two of you now with me here today, what are your guys' favorite person in this draft? I know this is going to be your second person you're going to put out here, Trev, but underrated, you haven't answered this yet. Who's your favorite person in this draft?
I got a lot of favorite people in this draft. I've been waiting for this draft to go on for a while, looking at all these prospects. I think my favorite and my most excited to see where this guy goes is Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson, okay. The best
I
running back in this draft class.
yeah, I mean
Trev, I know yesterday you were talking about Deuce Vaughn. Do you have a second favorite in this draft class?
Brian Branch.
I should have known that you were going to say Ryan Branch. I want to just tell you guys the backstory about this. I was doing my mock draft a while back on Discord, and man, this man wanted Brian Branch so bad.
I remember.
This man kept saying, I hope Brian Branch is still there when the Jaguars are up."
And
But
then the
I broke his
Seahawks
heart.
traded
I
down.
sadly broke his heart. I sadly broke his heart because I didn't have Brian Branch going to the Jags. Well,
you
let's go
know
ahead and finish this off with some hot takes of the week. As obviously tomorrow through Saturday, it won't be normal episodes. Normally we do this on Friday, but because Thursday through Saturday we have our draft coverage, let's go ahead and do it today. And the first hot take of the week came from Chris Collinsworth, NBC analyst for Sunday Night Football, was out there on Pro Football Focus putting it out his last mock draft, and he got to the Kansas City Chiefs pick. And do you guys know who he selected for the Kansas City Chiefs at 31?
who?
He had the Kansas City Chiefs at 31, selecting quarterback Hendon Hooker out of Tennessee.
Oh my God, this guy.
this
What
guy
is
is
this guy?
supposed to be this guy's supposed to be an analyst for NBC. If I was working for NBC and I saw that, I'm firing him right there after that, because that's gotta be the dumbest take ever. No way in a million years at 31 is the Chiefs taking a quarterback.
Yeah, as I'm reading right here, the ESPN mock draft for the 31st pick, Kansas City Chiefs, they have them taking Miles Murphy out of Clemson for defensive end. I mean, me personally, I could see that happening. I mean,
Yeah, I
Chris
don't either. I
Jones.
don't see him falling down that much.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Jones is getting older, but they do need some D line. Whether they could pull that off or get someone else, because he might not be able to fall down all that far.
Yeah. Our next hot take. Well, I was just scrolling through Twitter today, and I just find this random power ranking coming from an NFL podcast, and they were ranking the top 5 AFC teams. You want to hear this outrageous list?
Yes, where the Jags.
What do we got?
Where the Jags
Well,
at?
this is the top 5. At number 1, the New York Jets.
What
I
the
saw that. I'm like, yeah, your list is already long at wrong.
That's
Number
ridiculous.
no?
two, the
Let-
Kansas City Chiefs should be number one. I'm just saying, Chiefs
yeah,
should be number one.
I
Number
guess.
three, this is ballsy. The LA Chargers at three.
What is
No,
this list? Okay, if they put the LA Chargers at 3, they are not putting the Jags
it's
in the
the
top 5, bro. What is this list?
it's the
Bro,
it's
At
what the
the
fuck?
number four, the Baltimore Ravens. We don't even
okay.
know if Lamar's even gonna stay in Baltimore yet.
Please,
Nah.
don't even
Nah.
tell me. Number number 5 is about to be the fucking Patriots. Next.
At number five, I don't even know how the hell they dropped this low. The Cincinnati Bengals.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, this is going to be on Hot Takes of the Week because this is the worst top five ranking I've ever seen. If I'm just going to say this, top five in the AFC should be Chiefs, Bengals, Bills. I don't even know how the heck the Bills weren't even in that top
I
five.
know. I mean, the Bills aren't the best. It's kind of a fraudulent team, but they're definitely making top 5.
Yeah, they're top five. I think it's Kansas City, Cincinnati, Buffalo, Jacksonville, and then maybe it's a fight for five between the Jets and the Chargers.
The only thing,
I would give the slight edge to the Chargers just because they have Justin Herbert, who's a lot younger, a quarterback, and two very good receivers.
yeah, I mean, if the Chargers don't go injury prone and don't lose every single one of their good players this year, I think you're right. They have a very good chance of top 5.
Yeah, if we were able to predict the future and if the Chargers receivers are do that they did last year and get injured, then I think we probably give it to the Jets. But just going based off right now, knowing nothing about what's going to happen this next season, I think it'd be pretty safe to say the Chargers at five. I think that'd be pretty realistic.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I know I said this yesterday's show, but I know today was supposed to be Braden Lassner interview, but we kind of did it. There's some things that happened. We do though have our final. This is actually official day for this interview with Braden Lassner. It will be out on Wednesday, so next Wednesday this will be out to see our interview with Braden Lassner. But thank you guys for joining today. I want to thank Underrated Prods and Trev
Bro,
Prods, my co-host for today, and hopefully they can be on every Wednesday show. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's draft day. The first round of the draft will be live, doing the first round of the NFL draft. Be live for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I can't wait to see you guys there. We will not be live on this channel. We'll be live on the streaming channel as there will be a community post set up just for the link for the streaming channel tomorrow. So if you guys want to go and watch the NFL draft stream, you guys can. So I'm Ty Walker, and this is Ty Walker Show, and I'll see you guys tomorrow from Kansas City. See you guys. Bye.
bye.